here's Donald Trump trying out his newest material. This material, of course, focused on Biden and the question of will Biden ultimately be the nominee. It gives him something to talk about. Here he is at Doral, Florida, at a rally.
But even CNN said as I walked off the stage that it was one of the greatest performances they've ever seen. But it was sort of easy, if you want to know the truth. Our victory.
Pause it for 1 second. Nobody said that.
Yeah.
Nobody said that that Donald Trump's performance was in any way other than maybe replacement level, then chock full of lies. Nobody said that was a great performance by Donald Trump.
Nobody did.
Yeah, it was.
They've ever seen. But it was sort of easy, if you want to know the truth. Our victory was so absolute that Joe's own party now wants him to throw in the towel and surrender the presidency after a single 90-minute performance. They want Crooked Joe out of the race. It's a shame the way they're treating him. But don't feel sorry for him. He's a very bad guy. He weaponized government. Remember that. He's a very bad guy. Don't feel sorry for him. So tonight I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world. So Marco and Byron and everybody, here's what we're going to do. You guys can be referees if you like. Let's do another debate this week so that Sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man-to-man, no moderators, no holes barred. Just name the place, anytime, anywhere. And in the debate, Sleepy Joe also declared that he wanted to test his skills and stamina against mine on the golf course. Can you believe this? Did you ever see him swing? He's like this. That's why this evening I am also, and this is in honor of you and everybody, it is 45,000 people. That's a lot of people. I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. On Doral's Blue Monster, considered one of the greatest tournament golf courses anywhere in the world.
I can't believe that. I can't believe. I mean, it's if you step back, I imagine it'll view all this from 10,000, 20,000 feet. Of course, it's going to come down to golf.
Of course.
I just can't believe it.
I know. I mean, I'm honestly surprised by Trump's restraint there. He's asked, I'm joking, but like the idea that the way he was talking, it was as if he was trying to cage fight him. He's like, anytime, any place.
He's got a lot of history in wrestling.
Yes.
I mean, literally.
No holds barred.
Professional wrestling. So he's talking in that parlance. It's going to be interesting. Like on some level, I think he knows that the timing for him to come out, like the story may be ebbing a little bit as, Biden goes to, is talking at NATO, and the Democrats seem to realize like, okay, this is not an effective way of doing this. We should be a little bit more circumspect and do this maybe through back channels more than we're doing it. And so he realizes a good opportunity for him to, by challenging Biden, he keeps the story alive. He also makes it look like, if Biden actually responds to the challenge, he makes it look like he's leading Biden around. I mean, this is part of the problem. And I don't want to overstate how much, this has been mishandled, because the reality is everybody saw there was nobody who there was no controversy over the way that Biden handled himself in that debate. And they're either, done for a reason or not. And if you didn't think like the debate's not important to have any, like even a middling performance, why would you do debates?
Well, they knew that it was important. The Biden campaign knew that it was extremely important to. That's why it's the earliest debate that's ever happened between two general election candidates. That's why they set the terms. That's why they insisted on it, and it was an epic disaster. And what's so scary about this is, like, Bhaskar Sankara co-wrote a piece with Dustin Guastella, who I'm not as familiar with, in The Guardian about
Left Reckoning guest.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
About the Republican Party's platform and how they're very, unfortunately, consciously moderating it and moderating Trump to a real degree that I think is benefiting him. It's amazing to say, but Trump is running a much better campaign right now than Biden is. And the problem is that they have a platform and a message, and it's really focused on immigration, and yes, Trump's personal agreement as well, but also immigration, and they're trying to moderate on abortion. Everything I hear about Biden is backwards facing. It's all about what he accomplished.
We aren't talking about his accomplishments. Are you kidding me? Look forward. No one cares.
It's an old adage, but you're hiring someone for 4 years, not looking backwards. That's the big problem too. On top of the age thing is that the Democrats are hamstrung by Biden's inability to articulate a plan for the next 4 years. He keeps saying, I'm the guy that did, right? Like NATO.
It's also not a great look if the complaint is you're too old to be reminiscing. I can tell you that as someone who is old, there's nothing that people around me find more annoying than talking about the stuff that I did.
Yeah, it's not a lifetime achievement award.
Exactly. Right. They're trying to treat it.
Brian Metzger, Business Insider, One House Democrat, a Biden ally, told me they think the White House and campaign will limit the president after this week. I think he'll survive to the convention if he just limits himself at this point. Not exactly the opposite of what he's called for.
Here's the problem: is that, like, the goal is not to have Biden survive.
Yes,
the goal is to win. Not the goal. That's not the goal. Like, we have gone from winning the election to maintaining the nomination. That's the agenda now.
It's insane.
Which is also tracks more for the preservation of the party as opposed for any sort of preservation of actually having a shot of winning in November.
The preservation of democracy.
Right. It just seems it's more like can we save the sclerotic husk of the Democratic Party for another 4 years, even if we're out of power? Will the lobbying jobs and consultancy jobs still stay open?
Well, I mean, if you're out of power, there's a lot less of those. Here is Donald Trump talking about the polls in Nevada, and then he gets distracted because he saw a waitress he thought was attractive.
Oh.
14 points in Nevada. That's supposed to be a little bit Democrat territory, but we're leading in Nevada, and a waitress came over, beautiful waitress, and I never like talking about physics because she's beautiful inside.
What?
Because you never talk about a person's look.
Can you pause
ever.
it? Rosie O'Donnell is a fat pig.
God.
That's what he said over and
good
over.
Manners.
In the 2016 primary, he called her a fat pig over and over.
I see everyone as disembodied souls.
Yeah.
Did I just say that she was hot? I meant hot on the inside. She was, I'm sorry.
Came over, beautiful waitress, and I never like talking about physics because she's beautiful inside. Because you never talk about a person's look. Ever. You never mention it. The other day, I got very angry. Some man called Chris Christie fat. And I said, sir, and then he said he was a pig. I said, sir, Chris Christie is not a fat pig. Please remember that. Oh. He is not a fat pig. Please take it back. And the guy's looking at me like, really? No, we have to defend people. You can't call people fat. So I said about 9 times, he is not a fat pig. So every time you leave a tip for the next 4 months, because it's going to go into effect very.
He goes in the taxes on no taxes on tips thing.
Yeah, this is big in Nevada because it's a service industry thing. But the fact of the matter is that his tax plans really crushed folks who were waiting tables and et cetera. So it is this tax plan, but it's from a political sense, it's a smart one. It's going to make a difference in Nevada because it sounds better, but it is literally like, here's a shiny thing, and this hand is where I smack you in the face.
It's not over yet. We could still have a change.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.